Hey and welcome back. Hopefully you're having a great time with Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered. I totally am, and I've noticed enough cool things to make a video. Here's a quick list of some of the things that have jumped out at me. We're gonna start with the very most obvious. 1, it exists. Is it perfect? No. It's got its fair share of bugs, and the gameplay itself is, well, let's be honest, really dated. For example, but is it cool that we have it? Absolutely, and the biggest draw, the story and the voice acting, are presented here exactly the way they were.
It's even closer.
A lot of you are playing for the very first time, and I'm so jealous of it. But I think it's great you have the chance to do that, and the remaster is a great place to jump on. Number 2 makes that so much better, and that's all the upgrades. Seriously, it's very hard to overstate how much of a difference the visual upgrades make. I mean, just look. We'll talk about these more later, but man, compared to what I've been playing the last 25 years, it's gorgeous. Also, in addition to a few technical upgrades that you'd expect of any game that came out in 2024, like widescreen support and a mostly stable frame rate free of big dips or spikes, one of the biggest gameplay modernizations is the thumbstick camera control. In Soul Reaver 1, you had to press L2 or R2 to orbit the camera, slowly, and then hold both of them in and use the main stick to look around the environment. Gross. Now, the right stick controls the camera just like in almost every third-person action game since Resident Evil 4. Nice. Also, there's a map and compass. There are times when Raziel or the Elder God will refer to a location in compass directions.
My clan territory was to the west.
And the original had no way to refer to this. Now you've got an easier way to use those directions. Not that I need to, of course, because I never get lost in games.
I have no memory of this place.
Another super cool idea was the restoration of day-night cycles, which had actually been included in the alpha build of the original Soul Reaver. Blood Omen had day-night cycles, and Kane's strength would increase or decrease depending on time of day. And it's cool that Soul Reaver has them now too, even if they don't have the same effect on gameplay. I should mention that this has some bugs, and a lot of folks are having issues with this right now. And either an option to turn it off or to adjust brightness would be welcome. The original Soul Reaver came out on PS1 and PC in 1999 and started showing its age almost immediately with the release of the Sega Dreamcast and PS2. Dreamcast got an enhanced version, but we never got that on the PlayStation side. Very sulky about that. The remaster features all new, enhanced character models which look amazing.
Am I so changed?
And Saber has done a lot of work on the environments in Soul Reaver 1, but by no means everything. Not much was apparently done to the environments in Soul Reaver 2, but they were already starting from a much prettier place to begin with. One of the cool things is you can toggle back and forth between the original and enhanced visuals by pressing R3. I found this entirely by accident when I was trying to target an enemy, Soul's controls, and was super confused until I figured it out.
Oh, that's so cool.
Genius level over here. What is actually genius, though, is the inclusion of the lost levels, which are actually playable. Those of us in the Legacy of Kain fan community, which I hope includes serial lurkers like myself, have known about the massive amount of cut content from the game for decades. This included an underside to the human city, more elemental forges for the Reaver, which would make their proper appearance in Soul Reaver 2, and an entirely different ending taking place in Kain's fortress, and then a return to the silenced cathedral. There's even a reference to this in the trophies. And to be able to walk around these now legendary areas is just an incredible value add. And lastly, a quick little thing. Kurt Harlan, the technical madman/genius behind the band Information Society, was the composer and sound designer for Soul Reaver 1, 2, and Defiance. If you take a quick scroll through Soul Reaver 1's trophy/achievement list, you'll see a couple of odd ones peppered in there. These few reference the track listing on Information Society's 1997 album Don't Be Afraid. If you take a listen to it, you'll notice track number 8, Ozar Midrashim, is the Soul Reaver theme. Also, if you like the whole dark vibe of Soul Reaver's soundscape, definitely check this album out. So, whether you've been a fan for the last 25 years, or you're just discovering the Legacy of Kain series for the first time,
Cast him in.
the remaster is a great experience and I highly recommend it. Let me know what I missed in the comments and keep coming back for more Legacy of Kain stuff and other weirdness. If you like what you see and you want to see more, do the things.